Welcome to the Mind of a Madman with your host, me, the Madman. Today I wanted to talk about vices. We all got vices. We all have some form of coping mechanism that we go to when we are stressed, when we're happy, when we're sad, angry, whatever emotion we feel, or just chilling, you know what I'm saying? Chilling. We just chilling. We drink, we smoke, pop pills, read books, sex. We all have some form of vice, right? Some more frowned upon or illegal or whatever it is. Now legal, illegal. Just however, whatever vice you have, however it comes. Now, when it comes to drugs, when it comes to drugs, we tend to look at the dealer as a bad guy, right? Someone who poisons the community, someone who's trying to take the easy way out, looking for the fast money, not morally guided, someone who's willing to do whatever it takes to make a come up or for preying on people who are in need of something, I would say, right? The drug dealer. Now, the drug dealer, if you really looked into it, can also be seen as someone who helps, someone who is there when you need them, someone who is smart, someone who sees a business opportunity and provides a way, someone who has the intention to provide relief for any potential issues you may have physically, mentally. Now, when we talk about the pharmaceutical companies, we talk about doctors, they are former drug dealers. Now, those people see an opportunity, see a business opportunity where people are in need to help out mental situations, physical situations, and they can prescribe you something that'll help you through whatever your situation is, right? we don't particularly look at them as bad. We particularly look at them as helpful. Now, or I should say, even though many people get hooked onto prescription drugs through doctors by the, I would say, misuse of how they should be allowed to prescribe the drugs. Now, there is a certain part of the brain that we have to satisfy when we are in positions to there is a certain part of the brain that must be satisfied when we are in positions of happiness, sadness, pain, right? We certain thing in our body tells us, yo, how do I express this? Like, whether it be drinking, whether we're in pain and we need to take a pill to satisfy that pain that we don't hurt anymore. You get what I'm saying? That's what I mean by satisfy. Like, it's something in our brain that tells our body, like, yo, this is one of the moments that you just broke your leg. You need some pain for that. You need some pain meds so your leg don't hurt. Or, yo, how do I reach this happiness that I just got this promotion? Like, I want to be able to come out of my body and express that in a major way. So we may drink or get high or whatever, right? Now, I say all that to say, we all have these vices. We all have these needs and desires, however it comes. And there's always a legal way to do it and an illegal way to do it. And when it comes to the illegal way, I just wonder, why do we look at these people as such bad people? Now, many of people I've known and throughout life, they have been in position to sell drugs, you know. They have been in position to fill the needs and urges of the people when they need these vices. And when they do it, it seems as if they are so wrong. And like I said, the bad version, the street pharmacist is looked at the bad guy, and he's taking advantage of the kids, and he's taking advantage of his own people. The doctors do it all day, every day. You get hooked on these drugs because you broke your leg. Or you get hooked on these, they got your kids hooked on drugs because your kid is too active, or he's not active enough. And we all get hooked on these drugs that become our vices. And I think the only difference is the government said it was illegal. If I, the drug dealer, the street pharmacist, can provide you happiness with a product that I have, if I can provide you pain relief, if I can provide you whatever the government can from my pockets, however I got mine, why do you look at me so wrong? The need that you have for what I have is still there. Whether you have to go to a doctor and show symptoms and sit in the doctor's office for 30 minutes, sit in the emergency room for 3 hours, I can get you that 2 minutes. But I'm the bad guy? The drug dealer doesn't make the drugs. Like, there's some drugs he can mix up and you know how that goes. Understand. The drug dealer doesn't make the drugs. He provides the drugs. And if you're gonna do it, whether it be in our community or outside our community, if you're gonna need this particular drug, I don't see nothing wrong in me providing it. Because you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it from somewhere. Why not get it from me? Now, I come up with this because, you know, it's the mind of a madman. I wasn't here, but back in the Prohibition days, I could imagine how alcohol was illegal and there were bootleggers selling alcohol to their friends and family and their friends or whoever the community was, right? And yes, the alcohol made some people drinking do wild things, but it made people drink and have a good time and party. And I could imagine there were some people who frowned upon the bootlegger as if only, if you don't go to the bar or you don't go to these particular outlets, that the bootlegger is just such a bad guy. When he's just seizing the moment and the opportunity to make money. The people are gonna be messed up. The people, the consumer of these drugs, are gonna be messed up, whether it come from me or them. So I say, why not come from me? Yes, I run the risk because it's illegal. I run the risk of going to jail. I run the risk of dying because somebody else wants to sell the same product illegally as me in the streets, and you know how that goes. That's a risk I take, right? Because I see there is an opportunity to fulfill a need. If we remove the money, right? If we remove the money for just a second, because you just can't take out the money because that's why we do it, right? But if we remove the money and we solely focus on people are going to need certain things to cope with life. Again, I could imagine back in slavery days, well, we know this. We know there were slaves who pretty much were beaten into submission beaten into believing that master was right, massa. So they were pretty much on the side of massa, right, and told on other slaves. So imagine me being the seller, the street hustler of books, and people wanted education, and people wanted to learn how to read, and people wanted to, they seen the books give white people some knowledge, some hope, some sense of pride. They seen this and go, maybe it's in that, whatever that is, that they didn't know they were saying book, right? So whatever that is, I want some of that. Because I see they look to that. And then they come down on us. Whether it be the Bible, right? They look to that and come down on us. So we need some of that. And I know what that is. I know that's a book. So I start teaching people to read and write and get educated like the white man. And it's another slave looking at me like I'm the bad slave. Just because I'm providing him or the other slaves with something that they said was illegal. I just want y'all to really think about this. Like, the drug dealer is not bad. There are many drug dealers who give back to the hood, who provide a sense of security for the community. They provide a financial source for some. Yes, they are giving the hood bad product where, you could be strung out. You could end up dead from overdosing. There's symptoms to things. Like, everything comes at a cost. Let's be honest, everything comes at a cost. Car manufacturers manufactures millions and millions of cars. They take in accountability that some of these people gonna crash these cars. They're gonna die behind that. There are some of these products that we put out that's gonna be defective. We're gonna try our best to test each and every one of these. We're gonna test it, and we're gonna test it, and we're gonna test it, and pass whatever inspection we gotta pass. But there may be some mechanical malfunctions that happen. There may be some electrical malfunctions that happen that this car can crash. But it doesn't stop them from providing cars, because the greater need is being met. So with the drug dealer, I just don't look at them as bad guys, Maybe because I've been there. Maybe because I've seen a lot of drug dealers. Maybe it's a variety of things, right? But the drug dealer is just not always bad. He's not always just this bad guy. He's just... Things could end up bad. But he's still making a way. It's documented that many of drug dealers still provided good for the community. What they did with the money, they may have gave it to their moms for the rent. They may have started a little basketball tournament. They give turkeys out. Drug dealers now, they become music moguls. There's a lot of good that may have stemmed from a bad situation. And if we want to make it black and white, as in cigarettes, as in alcohol, as like I said, as in pharmaceutical drugs, over the counter, prescription, a lot of people have made money off of knowing that some of these people are going to die. Some of these people are not going to end up on the high side. It's going to be some casualties. There will be some casualties in the making and the distributing. These over-the-counter drugs, these prescription drugs, maybe not now, cigarettes, they have to go through testing, right? To be FDA approved, right? Who do you think they test them on? Animals only? How do you think they get side effects? It's the side effects. When you watch a commercial on a particular drug and you see the side effects, right? Why do you think they have so many side effects? The reason why they have so many side effects is because no one person is alike. So they test it on 1,000 people. They do drug tests on 1,000 people for one particular drug, and these are all the side effects of the 1,000 that happen, right? And to be approved, just say out of 1,000, to be a approved drug, you with the same symptoms, you have this drug to cure something, right? They'll say, this is not exact numbers, but out of the 1,000, they'll say out of the 1,000, 701 people have to be cured after this drug test, and then we'll approve it for market. No matter what the side effects is, as long as the drug cures what the drug is for, 701 of them will put it on the market. It's approved. Whatever. I'm just saying that's the number, right? But the side effects come with everything. Now, you understand the drugs would have no side effects if there were 1,000 people of the same person with the same biological background, the same mother and father, the same allergies, the same build, the same width and body mass, but there are no two people alike. There are no chromosomes with even twins or triplets. It's only like 5, 6, 8 of them. You can't test every drug on the same 8 people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you testing them on 1,000 random people who come from all walks of life, looking for money, doing these drug tests. Again, a vice. They need to fulfill something, pay the rent or whatever, get to the drugs or whatever they got to do. I don't know why they doing the drug test, but they have to test it on 1,000 random people. That's why you have so many side effects. If you ever was in science class and you paid attention, if you could do the same experiment 3 times in a row and it works successfully, your experiment is correct. You do the first time, you get the results, you make your adjustments. The second time, it works the same way. The third time you want it to work as the second time, then you good. But you can't do that with drugs. Because There's no way to make the environment that the people have to take it. The people are different. But like I said, there are going to be side effects. There are going to be casualties. The white people know this. Everybody knows this. I know this. You know this. The drug dealer, there's going to be casualties in the community. But the greater good of providing you your fix, providing me some money, I can still do good for the community. I could still do right. You know, like I said, the most wrong to me, as far as a drug dealer goes, is the fact that it may be 10 of us on one block, 2 of us on one block, and we have to fight for that block, and we have to shoot it out, stab it out, and whatever, and we just providing a violent lifestyle for innocent kids, innocent elders, innocent people who don't necessarily do, who need the illegal things, you know. That's the environment. If we could fix that, and I guess that's probably where the drug dealer thing is like bad. I don't know why I quoted it, but I guess that's where the bad comes in. But at the same time, like I said, the same drug dealer can provide for their community if done right. If everybody could be divided up into their own individual sections and everybody make their money, and you know, like I said, it's examples of this there. There's examples of the becoming, using that to catapult to the next level of life, to a greater good. There's examples of becoming so influential that you know, they got the king, what is it, the king of Harlem or something, the mayor of Harlem or something. I don't know what it is. I don't really watch it, but you know, you become all of these mob movies. You become influential in communities, and you can provide for communities when there are nobody who's looking out for you. You can become that person. But like I said, we have to stop taking down our own. You know, we have to stop taking down. We gotta let grown people be grown people, man. If some people want to smoke dope, they can smoke dope. You may have to just push them to a section, like the wire or something, you know. But, you know, we gotta stop calling the cops on our own. I don't. We gotta stop calling the cops on the drug dealers, man. We gotta stop acting like the drug dealer is just the bad guy. Drug dealers are good people. I stand by it. That's how I'm giving it up. I got a daughter right now. She may want to do some drugs. I will hope to have influenced her to not do nothing so harmful to her, right? But she may smoke weed. She may smoke cigarettes. She may drink. These are all things that could be impairing your judgment. But since weed is legal, since alcohol is legal, cigarettes is legal, we don't look at it as just this bad thing. Man, listen, I thank y'all for entering my mind. Let me share my thoughts. I holla.